Now that Tumoro우바이투게더 have officially announced the end of their storyline, I think it is finally time for us Moas to wrap up everything about this beautiful story of 5 boys and a star. A story about growing up in a harsh reality, facing responsibilities as we become adults, whilst avoiding the countless temptations that come in our way. This is a story about how cruel life can get for young people today, yet it is also a journey filled with love, friendship, and lasting memories. It's about looking at the future, hand in hand, together. This is a story that showcases this awkward phase we all experience, the transition from childhood to adulthood. Not only did TXT capture the magical and memorable moments of this phase, but they did not fail to mention the inevitable hardships and struggles every young adult faces. Identity and body image issues, family conflicts, relationship struggles, whether with friends or romantically, as well as navigating the many responsibilities that come with adulthood. Through music, TXT have expressed almost every single complex emotion young people experience but do not voice. All the feelings we keep buried inside, either afraid of being judged or because we don't yet understand them ourselves. TXT's storyline starts early on in their childhood. In the Nap of a Star music video, the 5 boys can be seen playing around in what seems like a dark forest, under this constantly glowing star watching over them. The cardboard boxes they are wearing on their heads could symbolize how in this place, everyone is the same and nobody values appearance. In fact, it doesn't matter how you look, all that matters are your ideas, your imagination and creativity. This is what they call their magic island. Shown again multiple times through their music videos, this is the place where it all started, a secret word untouched by the rules of reality where they can escape whenever life feels overwhelming. Once they arrived to this island, they could be free from the world's expectations and harsh demands. They could do whatever they wanted without being reprimanded or punished for it, because there is simply no rules in Magic Island. The star we mentioned earlier represents the one dream they share. While playing together as kids, the only thing that matters to them is to dream about their tomorrow, which is the reason the star kept on shining during that time. No matter how out of reach their childhood dreams may seem, they envision them through their imagination and turn them into reality. Imagination is what gives their lives meaning. It's only through imagination that they can exist. The world can't stop them because it can't take away their imagination. Unfortunately, nobody can stay young forever. As they grew older and older, the boys started forgetting about the dreams they once had and the promise they made to stay together. With their personalities, aspirations, and ambitions being different one from another, they followed separate paths, leaving their sanctuary behind, abandoning their once beloved star. In the explanation narrative of their debut album, The Dream Chapter Star, it says, "Chasing the stars means you're remembering your childhood dreams, right? Just like that, chasing the material things of this world made the boys lose sight of their dreams and promises they once held. They started valuing other people's opinions more, developing insecurities about their appearance. Their bodies and voices change. Their imaginative minds are replaced by uncertainty about their identity as they grew unsure about who they are." As the Korean title of their debut song, Crown, says, "One day, horns grew out of my head. The changes they went through were so bothersome to them that they symbolized them with horns, often called pains. Each member is reflecting a different pain. Horns for Yeonjun, pointy ears for Subin, odd eyes for Taeyeon, spikes for Bamgyu, and wings for Hyunin Kai. However, no matter how different these struggles look on the surface, at their core, they are all the same: pain. This is the unspoken truth about growing up. It hurts. The horn growing out of their heads made them feel like monsters who do not belong in the world. It made them feel like devils who committed something wrong. Their peaceful life was shattered by the harshness of the world as they came to realize that their ultimate power, imagination, could not solve their problems. It could not make them excellent students just as their families expect from them. It could not make them ignore other people's opinions. And it certainly could not help them fit in a society that values material wealth above all else. The boys are now adolescents, navigating life with forgotten dreams and promises behind. As growing adults, they encounter many struggles, which leave them with painful memories and deep scars. Which takes us to the first struggle. Why is studying so stressful? In Runaway, the first struggle they find on their way is the relentless academic pressure, the silent demand to secure a place in society before you've even had the chance to figure out who you are. The boys don't understand why a place such as school is so monotone, making them feel trapped. Why is this place emptied out of personal identity and color? Everybody is supposed to study the same way, sit long hours listening to boring lectures, and bury their creativity. All of their friends seem to be talking about careers, applying for jobs, even working part-time. But the boys refuse to surrender to the rush toward adulthood. That's when they decide to leave this suffocating environment to hide once again in their beloved Magic Island. There, they're not students confined to desks and homework deadlines. In Magic Island, they're simply themselves. The second struggle. Why does it have to be this way? In New Rules, the boys attempt to break free from society's demands. They question traditions and try creating their own set of rules. Why do we have to do this when we could just do that? Why do you get to decide the rules and not me? The escalators become slides. If they tell me not to lean on it, I'll lean. Why are there so many teachers? Why are there so many classes? If it's left foot, right foot, then right foot, left foot is comfortable. The third struggle. Who am I, really? In Angel or Devil, they are confronted to a fight within themselves. What are they? Angels or devils? With the horns growing up from their heads, they are convinced they turned into monsters. However, another part of them doesn't understand what they did wrong to be called devils. Two opposite voices battle endlessly inside their minds, pulling them between the devil, symbolizing flaws, and the angel, symbolizing virtues. Tell me, what should I choose between an angel and a devil? This struggle inside my head. The fourth struggle. Are we even friends? Eventually, as all young people go through, the boys face friendship issues. Can't You See Me unfolds as an emotional story of a friendship strained by the changes that come with growing up. As they navigate adolescence, the boys' social circles started shifting. Some bonds deepen, while others quietly drift apart. In this case, Subin started feeling more and more ignored by his friends, as if they can't see nor hear him. No amount of screaming or crying was enough to gain back their attention. He is left alone, the distance between him and his friends growing only bigger and bigger. On the other hand, Taeyeon didn't seem to be enjoying any moment spent with his once best friends, as he is never seen smiling or laughing around them. Clearly, the boys' bond is starting to weaken. As they had forgotten about their promise and their childhood dreams, the thing that united them, they see their friends' circle crumble like a sand castle before their eyes under the weight of lies. The ones with which they used to share the same dreams now seem completely different people. Friends don't understand me anymore. Amidst the chaos, part of them is hoping that this whole situation is just a nightmare that would soon end, and that they would soon go back to dreaming together. The fifth struggle. Where are my friends? Through the song We Lost Our Summer, TXT experienced the ache of separation from friends following the global pandemic of COVID in 2020. The laughter-filled classroom concerts, the fun football matches, and those secret moments sharing music through a single pair of earphones. These small yet meaningful memories that represented the warmth and spontaneity of youth suddenly vanished, replaced by a cold, unyielding winter of solitude, because we lost the summer when we lost each other. The masks they are now again forced to wear by the world, while meant to protect, became barriers that drained their faces of joy and connection, leaving them frozen. The sixth struggle. Do you love me too? The pandemic left the boys feeling empty and emotionally frozen as they lacked even basic human connection during that period. 0x1 equals Love Song follows their story in search for love as a source of warmth in their lives. Comparing adolescence to a whole, a void of hunger and loneliness carved out by life's hardships, the boys look to their lover in an attempt to fill this emptiness, someone they believe is the missing piece of their lives, without whom existence feels meaningless. In need of comfort, they repeat endlessly, "I know I love you, say you love me, till the end of the world," which rings with a bittersweet desperation, as this may be a yearning for reassurance that they know may never come. The seventh struggle. Why does life all revolve around money? Ultimately, in Loser Equal Lover, as CXC enters adulthood, they face new pressures and challenges, including the need to earn money by any means necessary. They try it all, whether through honest work, online streaming, or even desperate acts like stealing. The boys who once followed their hearts and genuine emotions, who stayed together, the lovers, started to prioritize money and material possessions above all else. They lost a part of their true self. They became nothing more than losers. Lover with a $sign is a loser. But through all of this chaos, the boys still believed that with the love of that one person, they would be safe and okay. The eighth struggle. Why does everybody lie to me? However, the same person they hoped would fill their emptiness is just as expected, only human, incapable of filling the void carried by the boys. That is what they face in Minnesota 2 Thursday's Child as they confront the painful reality of their first breakup. Waves of denial, sorrow, and anger take over them as they now transform into bad boys that nobody can hurt anymore. They turn into uncontrollable beings that break the rules, run from the police, vandalize everything on their way, and refuse to surrender. Love is a lie. I loved that lie. At the end, they come to realize that sometimes what we hold onto is an illusion, a comforting story that helps us cope, but ultimately cannot heal our wounds. The ninth struggle. Can't I just escape? This whole situation tempts the boys to escape as they so often did during their teens, to their magic island, their Neverland, once again wishing to delay the inevitable process of growing up, just like Peter Pan tried to do. They are eventually lured in by the devil by the window, representing the distractions of the world, who tempts them into forgetting about their responsibilities, not fighting their problems, and keeps them trapped in denial. The boys' worries disappear. They fly high to the paradise of lies that is Neverland, not thinking about looking down at the reality that awaits them. I won't come down, come down, come down. I'll fly. The devil by the window doesn't want them to fight reality. He's whispering, "Give up, don't you put up a fight," said the devil by the window. Dream on, good night. The boys come to a crucial turning point. They finally resolve to stop avoiding reality and embrace life's challenges. In the named chapter Freefall, the boys who had long sought refuge in Neverland free fall into reality, which is anything but a gentle process. It is a turbulent and painful fall, filled with uncertainty. Yet, despite the torment, they know this is the right thing to do. They can't keep escaping forever. Sooner or later, they will have to face their true adult selves. They will have to fight against what they dislike. They come back to Earth to chase that feeling that is calling them, a sentiment they cannot keep ignoring anymore, something that unites them together, their dream, their star. The boys finally find the source of that vague sentiment they kept searching for in Minnesota 3 Tomorrow, as they rediscover their dream, the tomorrow they once envisioned with hopeful hearts. They found once again the star that guided them through their journey and recalled the promise they made long ago that binds them together. Inspired by The Little Prince, this album tells the story of the boys who remember that the most important things are invisible to the eye. Just like the little prince never found a rose as beautiful as his own rose on his little planet, the boys never found comfort in anything besides themselves. It's when they are together that the magic happens. This reunion feels like déjà vu, as they faintly start remembering the times they spent together in their childhood. With renewed determination, they choose to move forward to tomorrow, but this time, together. The five boys reunite in their once abandoned sanctuary beneath the very same star that once lit their childhood dreams. But now they stand as fully grown adults, carrying with them the wisdom of their past struggles. They're embracing this moment when things finally start to feel right. Just like being together gave them life and taught them the important aspects of this existence, they will make sure every moment they spend with each other is filled with happiness and joy. It is only when the star is with them that they can fly over the moon and over the stars. And finally, with their last album, TXT shares the story of the boy who has grown stronger thanks to the love given by the star and their dreams. Together, they form the Us, a collective shining even brighter through their unique strengths and shared experiences. This album serves as the final piece of the puzzle. The boys, having gone through many struggles and transformations, meet again as beautiful strangers. They may have become strangers to each other due to their long separation, but once they find each other, everything feels right once again, and they don't need to explain anything or justify their actions because they understand each other. After all, these are the same boys who used to dream together as kids. They may no longer be the same innocent children they once were, yet there is a beauty in their reunion as they only find solace and strength in coming back together. No matter how difficult the journey, together, they can overcome anything. As we grow older, it's natural to forget our childhood dreams, often dismissing them as childish or meaningless. We start worrying more about how we look and how others perceive us. Am I cool enough? Beautiful enough? Funny enough? Everybody seems to be in a fight over material things as well. Money, luxury, expensive cars, and jewelry. This shift is a normal part of life's journey, but TXT reminds us that what truly matters isn't what we own or how we appear. It's the people we share our lives with, the unforgettable memories made together. That's the real essence of being alive. Holding on to what's important helps us avoid being swept away by greed or blinded by distractions. Running away from our responsibilities is never the answer. Instead, facing struggles together is the only solution to move on to the future. Tomorrow by Together expresses a simple but powerful truth. The only way to move forward into tomorrow is by being together. Whenever you feel sad or uncomfortable, don't keep it to yourself. Talk about it. You have people around you ready to listen, whether friends or family. Togetherness is the key to overcoming any problem. Through this story, we also learn to cherish the dreams we once held as children, the creativity and imagination that make each of us special. These qualities should never be lost or replaced by the monotony and narrow thinking of the world. We all must stay true to ourselves, refusing to lose our identity chasing money, approval, or material things. True happiness comes from within and through meaningful connections. No earthly possession will ever replace that. TXT's journey is one of young adults who reconnect with their purpose and childhood dreams, using that connection as fuel to build a hopeful and bright future, reminding us all that when we remember why we started, our tomorrows are filled with infinite possibilities. For a lot of Moas, including me, this story helped us realize we are not alone. We never really walk alone. Everyone experiences the same struggles as we grow older. So, Remember your purpose, hold tight to your dreams, and let's move on to tomorrow together.